Hey guys, welcome aboard, welcome back, welcome home, of course, and as always, fully dependent on where you are in relation to this channel, these energies, these messages, all the goodness, right? So this is about what's up for the week of December 13th through December the 19th. 2021. I don't have many more times to say 2021, right? We're about to switch into 2022. How exciting. So anyway, let's get into it because there's a lot. Hello. Wow, there's a lot going on this week. Fair. Perfect way to begin. So Monday, the 13th. I mean, this week starts off kind of dealing it hard, right? So Mercury moves from Scorpio to Sagittarius. Hello. And no, I'm completely wrong. I'm so sorry. Mars moves from Scorpio to Sagittarius, and Mercury moves from Sagittarius to Capricorn. Right. So there is a lightness of action and a deepening, right, of expression. Mars is also opposing the North Node and squaring Jupiter, right? Nice little T-square. So how are you witnessing your fate, your trajectory, your expansion, and how is where you're going feeling perhaps daunted or stagnant, right? And right, the sun is trining the moon in fire. Okay, so this is all of that activity in Sagittarius, really. Okay, so contemplate it as immersion, right? Contemplate wisdom and what that means, especially with the moon squaring Pluto and Venus conjunct in Capricorn. How is your 3D experience able to be transformed by your witnessing of and through wisdom? On Tuesday, the moon moves into Taurus, right? So that's very supportive of that current Venus-Pluto conjunction energetically, because, you know, Venus is ruled by Taurus. So as the moon moves into Taurus, we're giving that a little help, right? So it's just giving some available energy to Venus as she is conjunct Pluto, a little stability, right? So focus on your enjoyment, right? Focus on your experiences of and availability to pleasure before Venus moves retrograde on Sunday. Also, the moon trines that newly minted Capricorn Mercury. So really mean what you say and say what you mean. And explore the ways that you can deepen and widen your expression and what that might mean to your journey. On Wednesday, there is not a lot that happens, but what does happen is that the moon conjuncts Uranus and then trines Neptune. So allow for the ease of friction, right? This is a little bit of feeling lubrication, okay? For lack of a kinder way to say that, to allow these changes, right? The new narrative that you're choosing in your expression, right? And the old narrative that you're allowing to heal. How can you allow for that space between those two places to feel an easement, right? Just ask yourself, allow for those shifts. Because you can feel it as a jolt or you can feel it as a glide. Your choice. On Thursday, the moon contacts Venus and Pluto, right? Jupiter, and also the North Node before moving into Gemini. So yes to your feelings, and no to your no's, okay? Yes to your feelings and no to your no's, right? And you know what your no feels like. So both of those are ultimately the same thing. Don't commit to an error just because it's been what is, right? You get to shift or change in accordance with your answer. And how do you know your answer? Because of how it feels. And as the moon passes the North Node and moves into Gemini, understand that limitless potential is available to you. It just depends on how you choose to utilize your power. On Friday, look, the moon is in conjunct Mercury, sextiling Chiron and trining Saturn, right? So Friday, move in silence. Move in silence. Don't talk about what you're doing. Just do what you're doing. Really, really move in silence. Just zip your lip and put your head down and get your business taken care of. Whatever that business may be, get it done. Don't tell anybody about it. Don't take pictures of it and put it on social media. Don't call your friends and have to give them the lowdown. Just do your business. Do your business. Do your business. And on Saturday, we have a full moon. It's so exciting. So listen. On Saturday, the moon squares Neptune and is then in conjunct that Pluto-Venus conjunction, and then Mercury squares Chiron, and then we have that full moon. Oh, I saw you first. I'm so sorry. That's beautiful. At 10:30. So listen, again, all possibilities. This is a Gemini full moon, so we are available to every potential. Squaring Neptune, don't limit your dreams, right? In conjunct Venus and Pluto, don't limit your experience or your possibilities in terms of how you want to show up, how you want to be, how you want to transform, how you want to become, what you want in your 3D experience. Hello, I see you. Mercury squaring Chiron, right? Speak as your highest self. Speak as your highest self, because you're calling into being your highest self, your highest identity, especially as we have this beautiful Gemini full moon. Speak, hold on, as your highest authority, as your ascended master self, right? Very much so. And then on Sunday, there's a lot that goes on right after this big full moon. Hello. That's beautiful. Wow. Okay. All right. So that's how we get there and back, y'all. That's how we get there and back. On Sunday, look, the moon moves into Cancer. Venus goes retrograde. I saw you. And Chiron moves direct, right? And then the sun sextiles Jupiter and blah, 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 blah. So look, here's the deal. The moon moving into Cancer deepens, tightens your realm, right? Because Cancer is about home, family, tribe, origins, roots. This deepens and tightens your realm, where we have the possibilities of the full moon. Cancer is going to bring that down into a laser focus. What does that mean for me? What does it mean for me? We've got Venus and Pluto conjunct in Capricorn. What does it mean for me? Right? And then Venus goes retrograde. All this happens before you even wake up on Sunday morning. Venus goes retrograde, driving you inside for your experience of your 3D self, your inner authority. Pluto deepens that, drives you to the core of your essence, the core of your being, right? Chiron goes direct. How are you witnessing your healing? Through the experience of your inner self, right? Moon conjunct Mars asks you, in conjunct Mars, to stay inside. Stay in your experience, to stay in your own authority. Again, your own action. You are your own activated energy, right? The sun, sextiling Jupiter. How is your identity available for expansion? The moon squaring Chiron conjunct Mercury. You are your most beautiful expression. And your most beautiful expression is your self-expression, right? From your depths. Let's chat. Monday, we have Mars moving to Sagittarius. We have Mercury moving from Sagittarius into Capricorn. Lightness of action, depth of expression, right? So as Mars moves into Sagittarius, we are immediately relieved of the burdens, right? Lightness of action. The moon trines the sun, fire, immersion, wisdom, right? Wisdom, what are we learning, right? This is a card of confusion or a card of choice. The moon squaring Pluto and Venus. How and what are you putting down? What have you learned? 10 is about integration. 2 is about choosing. How are you choosing your own experience of integration? By putting down what is heavy and allowing your expression to come from your heart, right? The 2 of Swords is about bringing forth your feeling choice, right? As opposed to your thoughtful, rational choice. This is about putting down anything that isn't in support of your depth of expression and your lightness of action. You know how that works. Tuesday, right, the moon moves into Taurus. We're talking about creating support in Taurus for that pleasurable experience that Venus and Pluto conjunct in Capricorn allow you to create, if that's what you want. We talked about mean what you say what you mean, right? Look, we've got the King of Cups, Venus, Taurus energy, right? Beautiful. How we create our experience, our sensual experience, what we do with that, right? This is perfect energy for the moon moving into Taurus. This is perfect energy for it activating that conjunction. This is a beautiful way to witness, mean what you say what you mean. How deep is your expression, right? Guess what? Your expression is always as deep as you allow it. Do you have the tools to witness your own depth? Absolutely you do. And then not only to witness your own depth, but to move from those depths, right? As those depths. Absolutely. How are you creating? Exactly how you want to. How are you creating? Exactly how you want to. On Wednesday, right, we talked about allowing for those shifts. The moon conjuncts Uranus and then sextiles Neptune, allowing for those changes to be not friction, right? To be gliding, sliding, and easy. How can you choose from your healing of your old narrative? How can you choose your expression of your new narrative? We've got the Nine of Pentacles, who has created her realm, right? And we've got the Seven of Cups. All possibilities available. All possibilities available. And what you choose is what you choose. And what you get from that choice is what you get from that choice, right? What you choose is what you choose. What you get from that choice is what you get from that choice. Depends on your narrative. It fully depends on your narrative. You can either be, oh my gosh, overwhelmed by the options, confused by the presentation, or you can just make that choice to be fully resourced because you know that you're fully resourced, right? Especially with the moon moving right up next to Uranus, taking all of this power and seamlessly incorporating it, seamlessly integrating it, seamlessly utilizing it, right? We have that Venus, Pluto in Capricorn. I utilize energy. You can be overwhelmed, or you can just put it into action, right? What's your application? What's your accessibility? On Thursday, we talked about that Taurus moon, right, contacting Venus and Pluto, Jupiter, and then the North Node. Not committing to an error, feeling into your yes and knowing your no. Look, we've got the wheel, which is always about forward motion. This is about the beauty of process, right? This is about how you transform. Again, we are coming up to Venus retrograde on Sunday, so you're being asked to witness your 3D. Here we have cups, of course, 3D. Are you focusing on what's in front of you, your no, or are you feeling into your yes, that 2 of cups? You can do either, right? And just the fact that you can ask the question implies the answer. Where are you looking? What's available? Where are you looking? What's available, right? This is that cycle. Clarifying the wheel, this tells you, look forward, right? You get to dive within. You get to honor your pain. You get to honor your experiences. You get to honor your past. But the way you do that is by allowing yourself to commit to moving forward with the wisdom in your pocket, not the pain on your back, right? The wisdom in your pocket, not the pain on your back. Again, same thing everywhere we go. On Friday, we talk about moving in silence. Okay, we have the Chariot and the Fool. I love both of these cards, are really beautiful, about perfect, beautiful, measured, balanced forward motion. They're both cards of faith, right? The Chariot is about moving forward in a balanced motion. If you give too much attention to either one way or the other, what happens is you start moving in circles. Well, there are no circles in the Fool other than his big 0 card, right? So his only circle is his implication of motion, right, found in the wheel. So as we move forward in silence, as we move forward in faith, we don't need to talk about it. We just need to do it, right? The Fool, he has no obligations. He has no obligation except to his journey, no obligation except to his truth, no obligation except to his faith, right? This is the card of ultimate faith. This is the card of ultimate resource. This is the card of ultimate capacity and power, right? One's own self-power. This is the Fool. I trust my journey. I trust my motion. I trust my process. Again, because I know that the way that I move forward is simply in faith. You don't need to talk about it. You just need to do it. Saturday, woohoo, full moon, all possibilities. Don't limit your dreams. Don't limit your experience. Don't limit your expression. Oh, okay, guess what? We have strength. We've got the 6 of Wands. This is victory. This is a beautiful adjunct, a beautiful transforming step forward, next step in the process to all of this week, right? We have squaring Neptune. Don't limit your dreams, right? Do you think she should be able to tame this beast? How does she do that? Through faith, through trusting the process, right? That's how we do everything, trusting the process. 6 of Wands is victory. 6 of Wands is getting your laurels, right? Being in your own fulfillment, being in reception of your own victories, of your own rewards for your own process. There is no need to be in your own sadness for what you don't have, because you always, always have that in store, in reserve, right? There's no time when you're not in full strength. There's no time when you're not in full power. And if you're speaking as your authority from deep, deep inside, you cannot miss, right? Because that's what we're talking about. On Sunday, right, we talked about Venus moving retrograde. We talked about Chiron going direct, deepening and tightening your realm. Ten of Swords, this is integration of the lessons that have brought you here, right? So how you start this week, your intention of beginning this week, right? Whatever you decide is your lightness of action, depth of expression, really, really deepens on Sunday as the moon moves into Cancer, and Venus moves retrograde, and Chiron goes direct. All of this that you are putting down, right? The Ten of Swords is integration of limiting beliefs, right? This is about how you really dive into your depths. Find the place where you're holding on to all those swords. You're holding on to all those ideas. How are you witnessing your own healing through the experience of your inner self? The Empress is pure fertility, right? She is ultimate receptivity. Everything that you hand to the Empress energy, right? Right. Venus going retrograde, turning inside, moving into that space of one's own internal experience. Your internal identity is the director, the only thing that allows you to rewrite those stories, tell those new narratives. Again, the most beautiful expression of yourself is your self-expression. Yeah. If you do this work this week, wow. How do you do it? Day by day, right? Every day, just be in it every single day. Just be present for it every single day. Show up and respond. Show up and respond. Show up and respond. We get an oracle of caring connections. Very appropriate for a week when Venus and Pluto are snuggled up in Capricorn, right? Let's see what this has to say. Friendship, partnership of two, right? Possible love. This card shows a couple in a tender embrace, with the woman holding the blossoms of new love. Like the community card, this reveals a caring connection, but usually between two people. This card upright signals the beginning or deepening of kindred spirit friendship, or even the appearance of new love. It can signify a formal business partnership. When this card appears, be on the lookout for new connections presenting themselves. The relationships you already share may become more intimate, purposeful, or present at this time. Notice the opportunity to forge new or deeper bonds. There may be a tender karmic connection at hand. Look, we're talking about Venus and Pluto energy. We're talking about Venus going retrograde. We're talking about all of this energy of connection, right? Of love, of depth, allowing for yourself to connect with yourself, right? Even if you're not in a relationship where you have that external connection, you still have that connection with yourself. Show up for yourself, if nothing else. And if that applies to you in other ways, in tangible, real world ways, pay attention. You just never know. But certainly, however you're journeying this week, you're being asked to step in, to step down, to allow yourself to immerse yourself in your own process, and to trust it at every turn, at every turn. This week we will probably talk several times more But regardless, if this is the only time that we connect this week, I wish you nothing but big giant blessings, because your power is great. Your opportunity is very present, and your power is available. So utilize it, y'all. Big blessings.